Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Third period just about to begin here at Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse. Hope you found us here on the new stream okay. We had a little bit of technical difficulties and we were not able to resume our stream on the same stream, if that makes sense. So we're on a new one, and hopefully all the people who are watching what was a great game don't throw in the flag just yet, because we are on a new stream. Dylan Ward along here with John Ward, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, Joe Hoffer on scoreboard in the top left corner of your screen. John, the Titans led this game 2-0. It is 2-2 entering the third period.
Yeah, Dylan, this is going to be an exciting game as these guys line up. 17 minutes, 2-2. Shots 26-20 in favor of Lake Forest. Here we go.
All right, 17 minutes separate us from the end of regulation. We're back to our first period shooting sides. Titans in gold are going from left to right on your screen, and the Scouts in black going from right to left. Zach Boris out to McCrulis. Teddy McCrulis sent this one in. Goes down below the goal line. Pasquazi to the near side for Eggers, or Nelson, I should say, the captain of this team. Tipped into the Titan zone, and Mulvey goes across for Pinto. Waiting at the blue line is Boris. Then he's shoved into the boards near the bench. And it's picked up by Nelson below the goal line. Now out for Ryan Mulvey up high. Down the other way, Nelson will pick it up. Go across ice, Pasquazi. Couldn't clear the zone. Vanderploeg keeps it alive. He tried to send that one down to Cosmeter, but it didn't find his stick. Now Tommy Esplin. Nice stick by Ryan Mulvey to knock that and cause some commotion. Now Nate Robbins, who scored in his 7th consecutive game tonight, SHL-wise. Nate Robbins.
And almost got 2.
Yeah, that close. We called it a toenail. Really just hit the post. Nate Robbins, he'll dump it in. If he were to score a second goal in this one, that would make 3 straight multi-goal games. Rancourt. Taken back by Will Fagan. Now Rancourt, just out of the reach of his glove. Milliman, back for Asher Vanderploeg. Goes across Will Fagan. Fagan being pressured by Eggers below the goal line. Pops that one over to Strothman, who takes it away. Here's a shot. Blocked by Will Fagan. Now Strothman has it right side circle. Look to center at Cosmeter's right there to intercept. Owen Cosmeter, who's had some looks tonight, especially on that breakaway. Cosmeter had a penalty shot the last time these two teams played each other, and he scored on it. Preston backhands this one down. Picked up by Torelli. Now comes to the near side for Savage. Grady Strothman backhands this one, and it's slapped into the zone by Berrettini. There to grab it, Braden Mendoza to the near side. Luke Fagan couldn't hang on to it. Now he'll get it out to the neutral zone, and Torelli has to regroup. Neither team with a shot on goal yet in the period. As this one is iced down by Lake Forest, the ref makes the call while seated.
Dylan, I don't think either coach, the coach from Lake Forest or GBS, is going to be happy how the first 3 minutes of this period have started. It's kind of sloppy play, missed passes. So, the winning team is going to be the one that sharpens it up, starts hitting the tape, and gets pucks out of the zone and into the zone a little bit quicker.
Up high, glove down by Luke Fagan. Now McCrulis battling for it near the Scouts bench. They keep fighting away. He's pinned up along the boards and finally sent outside of the zone, and Hoffer ends up needing to chase it all the way back down to his own end. Below the goal line, he waits as the team resets. Pass out to neutral ice for McCrulis. Teddy McCrulis gets around one, gets a shot away, and that's stopped by the goaltender, Logan Marsh.
Yeah, I think McCrulis was surprised that he still had a chance there at the end.
Now Mendoza, top of the right circle. Here's one kicked away by Marsh. Both goaltenders with an A on their sweater tonight, as this is sent down for an icing. Something you don't usually see, but on both ends. alternate captains in net.
Yeah, I think McCrulis, and I think Mendoza is just getting off the bench. But what I liked about his shot from the point was that he kept it on the ice, and some really goofy things happen when you keep it on the ice versus, high in the air where goalies can just grab it.
Nice pass there by Tutai. Can get to Vanderplug with the right idea. Now Mulvey from way downtown takes a shot that deflects high of the net. Fagan, reverse hit against Pasquazi as it's thrown to the slot once again. Kept alive at the blue line by Will Fagan. Down to Vanderplug, mishandled it. Pasquazi gets it out to Catalano. Michael Catalano blew a tire, and Will Fagan not forced to make a defensive play. Vanderplug below the goal line. Pass Tutai, never touched his stick, and even though Kosmiter wins the race, just couldn't get his stick to the puck in time. And that's called nicing here at the high school level.
Dylan, you do have to watch out for Catalano on Lake Forest. I mean, I think from what I've seen tonight, he's might be the fastest skater on that team, and I think he just outskated himself.
Yeah.
He just, his legs were moving so fast, he might have tripped over his foot.
Catalano, their leading point producer coming into tonight. 10 goals and 7 assists. Nate Robbins scored his 10th goal of the year tonight, so he ties him up in goals for the team lead. Long pass, tipped ahead. Preston chasing after it. Now Jackson Ventura to it. Ventura makes a hit on Rancourt, near side corner. That puck bobbling. Now Jonah Weiss takes it away. Takes a shot. That one stopped by Marsh. Now back up high, Preston. Quick release. Also stopped by Logan Marsh, who has made 27 saves tonight. Make that 28 as they give him number 30.
Yeah, I think that Weiss's shot out of the corner was a smart one because he either scores a goal or maybe gets a rebound, and that's what happened. It hit Marsh and then came out, and then Marsh had to make a follow-up save on the other GBS player.
Michaela Minahane says, "Let's go, Dylan. This is better than pickles. Thank you both." As when she gave me a call in between periods, she was asking if I could deliver her some pickles, but it's all right. I'm not free to do that.
Well,
she's hated pickles for a long time, but now all of a sudden she likes them.
All right, Dylan, we're done with 5 minutes of this third period, and we're still sitting just basically where we started. So something's got to give here.
Quick shot sails wide. Titans had a 2-0 lead in this one. 2 power play goals in the first period. Scored by Teddy McCrulis and Asher Vanderplug. Both of them great deflection plays. Nelson fans on his shot, and out comes Kosmiter setting it ahead for Tutai. Alex Tutai taken down. Goes crashing into the net. The net stays on its moorings, or maybe not, as the play is blown dead. 11:40 to go in the third. As I was saying, McCrulis and Vanderplug with the 2 goals, Asher that is, and Strothman and Robbins for the Lake Forest Scouts.
What's the play here? I didn't even see him move the net at all. What did he call?
I didn't either.
Well, I don't know what that referee called there because they never moved the net back if it got knocked off. So
coming in with an update, Connor Bedard has scored for the Blackhawks, and Chicago has a 1-0 lead. Berrettini. Knocked off his stick now, Rolek, but offside as Berrettini was sliding into the ice while horizontal. 11:22 to go in the third.
Yeah, you can't get out of the zone if you're not on your skates. I mean, I guess you can crawl out of there. It's just going to take a while. So that's an offside play.
I can confirm we're live, Gerard, because we have a chat. So we're live. Again, if you've been watching the entire game, you'll know that we had some technical difficulties after 2 periods. We hope you found your way to this stream, which is a different stream, because this has been a great hockey game, and it's coming down to the wire. We're down to 11 minutes left in a tie game. Here's a steal by Savage. He tried to pick Mulvey's pocket, but just goes to the corner now. Pasquesi with a shot blocked by his own man, Berrettini, I believe. Back up high to Pasquesi. He lets another one fly. Nice shot blocked there by Jackson Ventura.
Yeah,
in close.
Pasquesi's a big kid, and he's got a lot of muscle on that shot. He almost took out one of his own players there.
And that was Berrettini who I think made the inadvertent block on his own man. That pass missed, and it'll go for an icing. Offensive zone faceoff coming for the Glenbrook South Titans. 2-2 our score here in the third. Let's go GBS, says Megan Patterson. Feel free to leave some chats as we conclude this broadcast. Lake Forest students still sticking around. You've got all the guys standing right up along the glass and all of the girls in the back row. And lots of empty seats in between them. Milliman. Taken back by Pinto. Nelson now to Luke Fagan, who settles it down right point. Grabbed back by Grady Strothman. Strothman over the line. Gets around Pinto with a backhand shot that hit the side of the cage. Looked like it went in.
Good show of speed there by Strothman as he just cruised right through the middle and then just ended up beating his defenseman to get a decent shot on that. It's just a little bit wide.
Now Torelli back for Nelson. I think Strothman's had a pretty good game tonight for Lake Forest. Only 2 goals, or 3 goals, 2 assists on the year. Got his 4th tonight. Nine and a half to go as the Titans get their first penalty of the game, and the fans are not happy about it. It'll be against McCrulis. See if they call it tripping or hooking. But we don't have that news yet, as I don't think Logan Marsh realizes there's a delayed penalty because he should be sprinting to the bench right now.
Yeah, regardless.
There he
even
goes.
if it's behind his net.
Catalano into the zone. Gets it up to Robbins. 6 on 5 for the moment. Down to Catalano, now Esplin. Still maintains possession. Back up to Rancourt with a shot. Stopped by Preston. And now the man who committed the penalty will be the one to touch it up. And they'll call it tripping. Let's have another look.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, you just got to. When he breaks out here, you can see he just puts the lumber to the lower ankle and just.
Yeah, I mean, that's a trip.
McCrulis is going to sit for 2, and this is going to be pretty important because we talked about almost a 40% successful power play for Lake Forest. So
hard
take
to believe
a look.
We haven't got to talk about that yet, but. You said it, John. Lake Forest leading the league at 38.2% on the power play. Next best is Viator at 25%. Here's a shot from up high that hits the post. The Scouts also scored 3 power play goals last time they played the Titans. And all penalty kills are sponsored by Hannah Vanderploeg Trial Attorneys here on the South Hockey Network.
And you'll see Catalano kind of running this power play as a defenseman.
Catalano will cut deep this time. Now grabbed in front, centered, looking for Nelson, couldn't find him. Now Maricini with a shot that takes a deflection, goes upstairs, out of play.
Yeah, good stop. I think it's just a stick on Fagan up top. It sent it in and out of play.
Tell whoever runs the power play for Lake Forest has been doing a good job, whether that's Steve Sarower or not. By the way, Steve Sarower you might have seen in between periods, hitching a ride on the Zamboni, having a little chat with the driver.
Yeah, telling the Zamboni driver, put a little more water over here, put a little less water over here.
Rancourt goes across, Pasquesi. Back to Jack Rancourt. He takes a shot blocked by Berrettini. Again, that's the second time he's made a block on his own man. And the Titans will fire this one down. You can see why the Lake Forest power play is at such a high conversion rate. They have been looking good in terms of puck movement. Rancourt over the line, but they're offside. And the Titans will take that all day.
Yeah, and you'll probably take a look here, probably this second line. Now Catalano's going to line up as a right wing.
That face-off one really sent back there off the high glass and back down. 1 minute to go in the power play, 7:40 to go in regulation. All tied up at 2. Vanderplug back down for Will Fagan. He'll take his sweet time and fire what should be credited as a shot on goal from about 190 feet. Now Catalano back into his own end. He'll lead the charge. Michael Catalano finding space. What a move. Gets to the net, takes a shot, and that's stopped by Preston. Now Nate Robbins with a shot. That one's also stopped. Back up high, Maricini. To the near side, Esplin. Fires away, and he scores! And another power play goal for the Lake Forest Scouts gives them their first lead tonight.
Wow, Dylan, we had a perfect angle. As you can see, Lake Forest coming on strong, and this puck gets out to the point here. It gets dropped. I think it's Esplin, number 5, and he just fires it. You can see how crowded that lane is, and presses. There's no way he's going to see this puck. Puck comes in. I think one of the players lifts up his skate. It just finds its way to the back of the net. And here we have what we talked about at the beginning of the night. A 2-0 lead from GBS is now a 1-goal deficit.
All right, so 3 unanswered by the Lake Forest Scouts. And what do you know, John? I mean, you talked about it in your pregame keys to the game. Stay out of the box. The Titans just 1 penalty tonight, and it bites them.
Right, it's the game-winning goal. So if
go-ahead goal.
The go-ahead goal, right? I shouldn't say that, right? But let's just take a look here, and GBS has to keep on fighting.
Tommy Esplin gets his 5th of the season. 4th point on the power play so far for Esplin. Now Strothman with a shot. That one's blocked by Luke Fagan and sent out to neutral ice. Both of the last 2 times, including tonight, these 2 teams played each other. The Titans went up to a 2-0 lead, and the Scouts scored 3 unanswered. But this time, the go-ahead goal is not in overtime, so we'll see if the Titans can respond. Berrettini goes across, Savage with a shot, and a save made by Preston. Now from up high, here's another drive. That one tipped wide. Up to Blake Hoffer. He'll send it over to Zach Boris. Boris over the line. Let's go of a shot blocked by Nelson. Now Boris, far side corner. Up to the right point. Mulvey with a long reach. Gets a shot away. Tipped by McCrulis. That was a nice looking play, but it would not find the back of the net. Now the Scouts will clear it. Deflected, so no icing. As we hit 5:10 remaining in the third. Teddy McCrulis, who's had a great game tonight. Tough penalty to take, but those trippings happen. Scored the opening goal here in the first. Blake Hoffer with a shot. That one just sails wide.
Boy, he's got a fast shot, but he was 1-on-4 there.
Hoffer from neutral ice. He'll dump this one to the corner this time. Off the high glass and down. That will be an icing. 4:34 to go in the third. This was the look. The deflection by McCrulis.
Yeah, it was a really, really cool, like a pro-looking move here. He just gets that stick. And that would have been not above the shoulder either.
Nope.
So good stop by Marsh, too. It's a tough play to stop.
But a penalty has been called.
Interference.
And that'll go against the Titans, or against the Scouts for a Titan power play.
Yeah, so here we go. Now we got to take advantage of it, right? It's Nelson that's going to sit for interference.
All right, so a major opportunity for the Titans, who already have 2 power play goals tonight. 4:28 to go in the third. John, do you think about pulling the goalie a little earlier than you might just to get a 6-on-4?
Not when you win faceoffs like that.
Yeah. Hoffer up high, takes a shot, blocked by Maricini. Owen Kosmeter. Titans looking to make it 3 for 3 on the man advantage. Hoffer up to Owen Kosmeter. Near side, Ryan Mulvey. Back for Kosmeter. High slot, takes a shot, stop, rebound. Grab by Esplin. Had to be careful, but he will clear it all the way down.
Good stop by Marsh on that one.
Under 4 minutes to go. Hoffer leaves it for Ryan Mulvey. Mulvey glides through the neutral zone, but the Titans are offside on that zone entry, and that'll send the puck back out to neutral ice.
Yeah, Kosmeter and Hoffer were over there on the far side, and Mulvey kind of just nonchalanted it over the line. They must have misread his speed.
Still plenty of time to go on the man advantage. Plenty of time to go here to get 1 goal. The puck eventually goes to Ryan Mulvey, who passes it back for Blake Hoffer. Hoffer takes a lap around the goal. And now he'll skate up with it. Hoffer comes across, leaves it for Asher Vanderploeg, goes to Will Fagan. Down to Vanderploeg, tried a one-timer, couldn't get all of it. Now Kosmeter is hitting to the far side corner boards. Meanwhile, Will Fagan gets it back up to Hoffer. Near side, Mulvey takes a shot, save, big rebound, and they couldn't follow it up. 3:10 to go, third period. Hoffer back for Mulvey. Titans have 40 seconds left on a power play. Ryan Mulvey will fire it in. Rings around the boards right to left, goes to Hoffer at the point. Blake Hoffer tried a shot blocked by Esplin, and here he comes on a shorthanded breakaway. Big save made by Preston, and he'll keep play alive. He goes to Mulvey.
You're going to remember that stop.
Yeah. Had a chance to get a power play goal and a shorty in the same game. Will Fagan goes back up high to Hoffer. Here's a shot blocked by Esplin again. Now Ryan Mulvey up high. Goes over to Hoffer once more. Blake Hoffer fires a shot blocked by Esplin again. And he tried to pull it ahead for another shorthanded breakaway, but he'll settle for a clear. And the Scouts fans and players feeling it right now after a big time penalty kill. And now it's down to 2:20 to go in the third. Will Fagan behind the net. Gets it up ice, McCrulis just tipped it in. Now off the skate of Boris. A misfire there. They will get it out to the neutral zone.
Those kinds of bounces will put some gray hair on a coach's head, but Lake Forest seems to have survived this for the second.
Thomas Preston still staying put. That'll be an icing. We'll see if he pulls him here.
He should be.
1:44 to go in the third period. See, Joe Hoffer's got the time off by 4 seconds on your screen. And the Titans will use their timeout, which was to be expected. 33-28, the shots on goal favoring Glenbrook South. But the Scouts, the team ahead in goals 3-2.
Well, I don't expect Preston to come back out, at least not for this face-off, right? So GBS can get the man advantage here. They're going to put, their fastest skaters out there, and Marshall's had a pretty good game. Preston's had a good game. It's too bad somebody's going to have to lose this one, but let's see if we can go take this thing into overtime with 1:44 left.
We got Frank Zarowski in the building here to our right. He called OT after the second period. It was 2-2 after the second, so we will see.
Well, Frank, I hope that you are exactly right.
Meanwhile, in the Scholastic Hockey League, Centennial Ice Rink. It is New Green and Stevenson, and I'm looking on the SHL website, and that game is not being scored live, so we don't have the details for that one. We do have a couple of chats, though. Megan Patterson, kill this penalty off and score after this. Now you got to score GBS. Well, you couldn't be more right about that statement. Dylan Ward, John Ward, happy to have you with us on this Wednesday night. No goaltender for the Titans, as they've got 6 skaters out there. Asher Vanderplug ready for the faceoff, wins it back up high. Hoffer, here's a shot, that one blocked, and it goes straight into the Scouts bench. You got Vanderplug, Hoffer, Kosmeter, and Boris as your forwards, and Will Fagan and Ryan Mulvey as your defensemen.
Right, and I think Vanderplug had a great face-off win there, right to Hoffer, just standing right behind him. Here we go again. Now he's going to dish it to the defenseman.
Mulvey now on the near side, goes down to Vanderplug, back up high, Will Fagan. Takes a shot, that one blocked, deflected to the far side corner. Now Kosmeter hooking Rancourt, not called. Scouts bench wants it to be, and to be completely honest, John, I think it probably should have been. But the Titans catch a break. We'll see if the Scouts score the empty net. They do not. Here comes Hoffer. Blake Hoffer through neutral ice. Far side corner. Puck being fought for, goes to the corner once again for Vanderplug, who snaps it up to Will Fagan. We're down to 55 seconds. Vanderplug centered it, looking for a tip by Boris, couldn't get it, and now it's cleared out to neutral ice again. Asher Vanderplug dumps it back in. His teammates were not tagged back up. That's a pretty bad error, as it's going to cost the Titans an icing, and Preston will make his way back out to his crease. 42.2. Preston will be making the sprint if the Titans can win the faceoff. They do not. Here's a shot. That one goes wide. Now Rolek to the near side. Preston's got to go now. This one missed Hoffer, and it will not go far enough for another icing. It's grabbed by the Scouts. Pasquazi just trying to kill time.
He's going to rag the puck here.
Still 20 seconds to go for the Titans to pull it out. They do have 6 attackers out. Here's another centering pass taken by Maricini, who will pin it up on the boards. Titans, Vanderplug pokes it free. Here's Hoffer with a shot. Takes a deflection. They try and slap it home. It doesn't work. Now here's another try by Hoffer. Tough angle as it comes outside the zone, and that'll do it. Buzzer sounds on 3 periods. And the Scouts score 3 straight, erasing a 2-0 Titans lead. And the Titans will walk away from this one empty-handed.
You had Boris there having a problem with Nelson on the Lake Forest team, but they're going to line up here.
Yeah, this is the first handshake line for the Titans in the SHL season so far, as that completes the season series. That is, of course, one of the rules. So these 2 teams are done with each other unless they meet in the playoffs, John. The Scouts take 2 out of 3 on the season.
Yeah, and it's a replay of what you described before happening to GBS, taking a 2-0 lead and then falling 3-2. You know, you got to give credit to the Lake Forest team to stick in there and chip away until they finally got the lead, and then played a pretty good game after that to try to thwart GBS. GBS had a couple great chances there at the end as they won a couple key draws and got some shots on net, and pretty exciting finish.
Well, that's going to do it here from Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse. We appreciate you tuning in to, again, what didn't work out in the Titans' favor, but was a really entertaining and fun, exciting hockey game here at Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse. John, any final thoughts?
Just that it's always fun to watch high school hockey. We're out in Lake Forest tonight, and just everybody catch a game wherever you can. Yeah,
it's high school hockey, but it is great hockey, and you all know that at home if you watch the South Hockey Network. But for our entire crew here today, Joe Hoffer, Gerard Boris, John Ward to my left, my name is Dylan Ward, saying The final score one more time, Lake Forest 3 and the Titans 2. As for the next game for the Titans, that'll be on Sunday at 4:10. Gerard and I had a prior commitment, so we will not be able to broadcast that one. But lucky for you, you will have it on the Loyola Hockey Network, which I'm pretty sure Gerard says the parents commentating are pretty biased, but that's okay because you will, in fact, be able to watch the game. And that, I believe, as far as I'm concerned, is the only game both of us will be missing all year because of a last-minute schedule change. So we'll make sure all of you get the link to that one. We'll post it right here on the YouTube page. But till next time, here on the South Hockey Network, Dylan Ward signing off.